Hey, welcome back, gamers. You are watching Banished Souls Cryptic Gaming here. So, a few questions about some cosmetics that we've been dropping out. People are wanting to know where to find the Hubok twin hats. That is going to be at the bounty board. You're going to want to come down here. And while only one of the bounties are actually available for drop, we'll show you what the difference in the hat is. So that'll be Verse of Remorse. Of course, Verse of Vengeance is going to have the other hat. So let's go over here. We will go to the shop and show you what those look like real quick. Of course, we opened up some new ship cosmetics as well. We will be showing those to you in this video here as well. So I kind of wish that the feather was red. It looks red in the little small screen here, but unfortunately it is blue. So when you come down, you're going to find this one here is Armand Hubok's hat. And of course you have his brother's hat over here, the Pristine Cavalier, which is a floor tip hat that once belonged to Bertrand of the Hubok twins. So they're basically essentially the same hat. So that's where you're going to pick that up, guys. I hope that answers the questions on that. So now our ship, the cosmetics, I ended up opening up on that today. It's definitely worth running the Hubok twins. Now, while some of the furniture still haven't been released into the season yet for drop, it sounds like you're going to be picking most of those up from those bounty board missions. Not just the twins, but also the Zamaharabu, the new Megalodon, or Megalostory as they're going to be calling it. Then, of course, Roadman Goat and stuff coming back. You're going to have a lot of new furnitures, like the Oregon grinding station and stuff like that. So you're going to want to make sure that you get those out of the pass. Let's see, ship cosmetics. Okay. So this was actually called Soot Brush. That actually came out of another mission. We found I want to say it was this Right Pickings is what it seemed like came out today. Of course, the little Death Forsworn is the Hubok figurehead. We found that going to Blackwood. He has a mission called Sirens Refrain, I believe it was called. Go pick that up. That's a once and done deal. You go over to Elder's Cave. You got to go over there, travel over. Show you on the map. You end up having to travel over here to this little cove here. Elder's Cave. You're going to come straight up here. You're going to pick up a brig that's parked right about here in front of Port de Mines. And then you're going to travel over. You have to fight your way through a few of the Hubok ships. You got to take out one main ship there, and then you're going to find yourself going over here to the Mother Shipwrecks. You're going to get a lot of items in there. You're going to get some of those new guided torpedoes. That's what we ended up dropping. We ended up getting the new ornament for the ship and just a ton of different stuff. So definitely worth running that one. I would highly recommend that if you're looking for some of those rare cosmetics. But that's kind of what we're looking at right now. So you may be wondering, what have I been doing in the game? Well, one of the things I've been doing in the game is collecting my pieces of 8. So there are still a few ships that I want to bring up to 6. I've got most of them up to 5. And some of them I'm kind of stalled out on, just trying to debate whether or not it's worth taking to 6. Like for the healing ship, the Bark, looks like it could actually be a pretty good build if you're going to be using it for heals and stuff. So we may go ahead and take it. The brig, I didn't bother bringing it up to 6 right now, mainly because I'm just not a big fan of the spring loader weapons. They're fine for those who love them. I prefer the Warhammer. That's just what I like there. So, so what I'm doing right now is I am buying some of these rare materials here. Keep in mind, there's going to be furnitures coming out that you may have some problems dropping. So what are something everyone is doing right now? Upgrading ships. So one of the best things that, in my opinion, that you can do is to first switch to warehouse. So you're buying directly to the warehouse. Okay, we're going to go ahead and buy 50 of those. We'll buy 50 more of these here as well. So this is going to give us some refining materials. I highly recommend that you keep stuff refining, man. Unfortunately, the sinew string, that's only found in one location. We'll show you on a map. You're going to find your sinew string for your upgrades right here. Like Oka Hanana, I guess is how you pronounce that. But that's the only place to get sinew string. You can occasionally get it to drop from some of the convoys that are in the area, so definitely worth doing that. You can pick some up running the Sable Refrain and Argent Refrain as well. You can pick up some of those rare commodities doing that, like the dry dirt and all. So I do recommend that you, hit those convoys. You're going to pick up some really nice stuff in it. It's going to help you with your ship upgrades, man. So right now it seems like plate glass, of course the dry sand, and your wood pitch and lacquer. That seems to be the big items right now. So like I say, don't get upset if you're not getting the drops you want. They're making the grind harder now for those of us who grind the game all the time. Anyway, it can seem like you're really hitting these things for a lot, but on occasion you will suddenly start to get some really nice stuff from some of the chests. So it's not been too big of a deal on that. So it's been kind of nice actually. So if you're struggling with your helm, trying to figure out what you want to take, my recommendation: start off with the Red Isle, get it to 10s. If you decide to expand over into Africa and even India, now you're going to be sitting pretty good in 8s. You're going to be pulling in quite a bit of 8s actually, which is going to be nice for building those sovereigns. Now granted, it only takes 30,000 to hit the weekly bonus of 230 sovereigns. You only need to collect 30,000 during that week, which most of us can do that with, grabbing 4 warehouses. But yeah, so that's kind of what you're looking at right now. Some news from the Ubisoft Forward if you missed that. So Season 3, most of what they covered in there is stuff that we've covered in some of our past videos. We can discuss some of it. So you're going to be seeing a sea serpent coming in. Now there's rumor that it's a flying sea serpent. I guess that means it's a sea serpent that jumps out of the water. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But it is going to be a serpent dragon, an actual sea serpent dragon. So we're going to be facing one of those in Season 3, which is going to be pretty cool. We're going to see a PvP 5 versus 5 start opening up. Now, how that's going to work, they haven't exactly said yet. My guess is it's going to be probably... I'm almost betting we're going to see some new sort of defense come up, or we're going to be seeing some convoys or something where maybe half of us are protecting, the other half are attacking. Hard to say, but it's going to be interesting to see exactly how they're going to bring that in. Those are some of the things from the old technical tests, different things that they did. So it's nice to see they're actually starting to roll in some of those older sorry guys, what is this? Oh, this is the Series 3 race. I'm just not about... I didn't see anything inside that I just absolutely couldn't live without. They do have a piece of furniture within the race. The way you get to that furniture is you got to run the race, and you're going to get a random drop, which is going to give you some better turning and things like that, which is kind of nice in some aspects of stuff. But I just couldn't get into the Dragon's Regatta. I'm definitely looking forward to the Summer Fiesta, though. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not a big time travel to this location to the next. I didn't care for those types of racing games, if you're racing or whatever, you just want open world. It's kind of the games that I've done. Now, of course, most of us growing up, we played the older systems, and most of it had to do with time trials. You got to get checkpoints and all, and that's fine. But like I said, for me, it wasn't something for me. Not to knock on it, like I say, everybody has their own taste in gaming. But yeah, so right here, Blackbeard, this is where you're gonna pick up that Sirens Refrain, I believe is what it's called. And I'm pretty sure it's a one and done because I've looked last couple days. It's not up here. You still have Argent and Sable, but not the Siren, so not too bad. Okay. Then, of course, your contracts. We showed you that already. You've got the, what's this called? Versa Remorse. This is for Bertrand Hubach. You get the white Aria chest, which actually has cosmetics in it. We got quite a few furnitures. Most of it repeat furniture stuff we've already pulled out, but like I say, they haven't actually released a lot of this furniture. So what we've been doing is one of us grabs the Versa Remorse, and then when we travel into that location, like if I got the contract, we'll travel over here, get it started, and there's a circle that surrounds the event. You want to be outside that circle before he gets sunk. When he gets sunk, then you're going to be able to come in because you got one shot and then left. You'll be able to come in, grab the chest, just wait around with your crew. He's going to spawn back in, same thing. Get your shot, move out of the zone, wait for everybody to destroy him, come back in, grab the chest, and this is how you're going to farm it. This allows everybody that's doing the shooting to be grabbing all of that stuff. It's going to save you some ammo. So if you got somebody who's going cannonballs, hey, that'd be a good option right there to have them come in, pop a shot, and haul out. So, but that's how you farm any boss, guys. Whether it's going to be the Megalodon. Now, as far as where the Megala story is going to show up, my guess is somewhere. Honestly, I'm kind of guessing somewhere up in here, mainly because we haven't seen a whole lot of action in here until this past week, or this past. We've noticed that we've had quite a few things popping up in here, so it seems like a pretty good area for it. Or we may end up with something more up here in the north. So definitely gonna be looking forward to that. I don't see it much around these islands. I mean, you're talking a giant shark, so could be anywhere in this northern area, central part of the map. So that's kind of what we're looking at. But I hope this has been kind of informational to you there. I've been basically kind of gauging out. I've got a snow I'm building right now, and I think what I need to finish is getting some of this sinew string here. I want to double check that real quick. Where you at there, snow? Yes, no. So it looks like we need plate glass, which we're working on keeping that going. And then it looks like magnetite ingot. That's going to bring that up to a level 3 of 6. So we're getting there. It takes a little bit of time to get there. Or maybe that's just going level 2 of 6. So yeah, we got a long way to go on that snow. But of course we have our barge set up. Let's find it here. Nope, that's not it. We've assigned it to picking up some pieces of 8. So we do also have a Padawan. That's something else I'm bringing up. So we've got it 3 of 6 right now. We could actually go ahead and start bringing this thing here up, which I think we will, because I definitely love that ship. We'd love to see that become relevant again. And just the amount of stuff that we've seen with the small ships that they're capable of doing and dealing out and taking in these battles has been phenomenal. So I could definitely see my fleet with another Padawan up to a 6. I'm definitely loving the Sandbuck, obviously. See us use it quite a bit. Okay, so it looks like we will need green heart plank and lacquer, and then more upgrade parts. So one place to get upgrade parts, if you saved some of that silver essence for Roadman Godin. If you didn't, make sure when he pops back up, I believe that's week 6, could be week 5. You're going to want to farm that, and then you can come down here to the Obolete. Instead of paying 2,000 gold skull products to get a freaking upgrade part, man, that's just insane. I mean, honestly, when you figure the amount of silver it takes, you're looking at quite a bit of silver to make that kind of a transaction. You can actually come over here to Mysterious Rogue, and you can do this every hour. Now, there's been some people wondering, is it every hour, every day, once a day? You can buy this upgrade part every hour. It costs 200. So just be purchasing that. That's what I recommend that you do. Now, unfortunately, there is none up at Lenitra. That would have been cool if we'd had another area, with that in there, but we didn't see that. So I think that just simply had to do with the fact that this is where Man Godin comes up. If you've not fought the original Man Godin, you pick that up here, Oceans Apart. To me, the mission needs a little bit of a tuning, man. I would love to see them be able to tune some of the older bosses into more of what our modern levels are, because you could go up there and solo him. I went up with a sloop and soloed it in like 3 minutes. So yeah, you definitely, I hope to see them bringing some scaling in with some more stuff. Now I know a lot of people don't like the scaling that happens in the past. Now it seemed like season 1 got a little, it seemed like it maybe got a little bit out of control there at one time with those rogues, those Lepes ships. But let me tell you, man, when you start getting your ships upgraded into sixes, you start getting your weapons right, you're going to kind of want to change some stuff up a little bit and go back to them smaller ships because you get bored just shooting everything with one or two shots and it goes down. I'm not saying it's not cool, but you definitely going to want to bring some life back into the game. And that's exactly what they've done with these small ships, in my opinion, here. So I want to change my hat out, mainly because I'm just not a big fan of it, man. But that's the way it works. The people that don't use the cosmetic seem to be the ones that get it to drop. If I could pass the cosmetic on to you, I would be more than happy to, guys. I really would. There we go. We could go with that mohawk look. Yeah, I don't think so. What we got here? It's a different kind of a hat. Yeah. That one's a little better. We'll go with that. So yeah, there's your update, folks, on where to get those cosmetics. Now there are still some furnitures that need to come out. We talk about that here. The Oregon Station. So that's going to be Zamaharabu. Now, if you save some of the gold chests from last season, like a lot of the guys in the Discord did, you may already have that one. It did drop into the gold chest. So we're definitely going to be seeing if these things drop the gold chest like we did last season with some of these things. We're not going to have any issues getting those materials. Now, when it comes to the sausage grinder, I'm not sure what it does. They've not released any information on it. My understanding is that comes from the Roadman Godin. And then there is a furniture piece that's going to be coming from the Pest mission as well. So I don't recall what that is. We'll have to look back at some of the cards, but yeah. So those missions, it looks like week 4, 5, and 6 is when those are going to start coming out. So definitely make sure that you're on the game at that time to come in and grind it. And you know, most of the people that play with us in Discord, they are viewers just like you. So we end up doing is just setting up massive farming raids just to come in and you've seen the videos. We slam the servers as hard as possible. Typically, we end up with the rest of the server joining in on the fun, and that is just one of the greatest things to be a part of a team that does such a great job. And we've got an amazing leadership team over here. We have our Brethren Court, which is the leadership, and it is led by Septire. He's been doing a great job. All those guys have keeping the Discord active, making sure everybody's getting heard as far as what kind of things we need to set up as far as events, and then a lot of times just encouraging people, teaching them how to use Discord so you can find those folks to play with. So if you pop over to Discord, make sure you give those guys a special thanks because they are definitely every single one of our members and our leaders there what keeps us active, keeps us going, and keeps the fun flowing, man. Let me tell you, it's been fantastic. So we're going to talk with everybody later. Y'all have a wonderful evening.